Hey everybody out there, it's Jason from jointhedigitalfuture.com. Today we're going to create a contact form using Contact Form 7 plugin, one of the best, most popular contact forms for the WordPress website. If this is the first time setting up a contact form, Contact Form 7 is very easy to install and set up. It already comes with a prefabricated contact form that you can use straight away. In this video, I'm going to explain how to find and install the Contact Form 7 plugin. We'll also cover several cool features such as adding a drop-down menu to create professional, functional contact forms that will serve your needs. Okay team, so let's get started. So today we're going to install the Contact Form 7 plugin to our WordPress website. So what I've done for the purpose of this exercise is I've gone to my own website and I've actually deleted the contact form. So if I just go down to Contact Me and have a look, see if there's a contact form, I would say there's no contact form because I've actually deleted it. So the first thing I want you to do is just log into the back end of your WordPress website or go to your dashboard. Now I'm working with a Divi theme, just so everybody knows. Now I've just come to the left hand side of your WordPress menu system. You'll see there's plugins just to the left here. We want to add a new plugin, so just click add a new, and just coming over to the right hand side you'll see a search plugin. So we want to click on that and we want to type in Contact Form 7, and that will search for the Contact Form 7 plugin. And when it finds it, there it is, it's at the very top, and as you can see, very popular contact form. It's had over a million active installations, so very well used. So we want to install it now. Now if you want to have a look at any more information about the contact form, just click here, more details, and that will take you through to the Contact Form 7 website, and just any extra information that you would like to know about it, you just go there and they'll show you more information. So we want to click activate contact form, or activate this plugin right now, and you will notice on the left hand side in our menu bar we have a new tab that's been added, which is a contact tab. This contact tab is the Contact Form 7 plugin installed. If you just scroll to the right a little bit and go to contact forms, and we click on that, we'll see we've already got a prefabricated contact form ready to use. So here it is, says Contact Form 1. So if I right clicked and copied that shortcode would then be usable straight away. And I copied and pasted that to a page that would create a basic contact form straight away and should be able to be used. However, we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to go over to edit the contact form. So we have a closer look at the contact form itself, and here it is. So the contact form, you can see it's a basic contact form. We've got their name, their email address, a subject, and a message, and a send button. If we just come over to the right and the mail tab, this is the tab that the destination of when they press send, this is where it will end up. So because when this contact form was installed, it automatically knows there's an email address to this contact to my WordPress website, so we'll actually just take a copy of that and install it straight into the plugin itself, and there it is. Quite easy to change the email address. You just right click, delete, and then just type in whatever email address that you'd like the destination of your form to go to, and that will work as well. The next line is from, so that's the person it came from, the subject, the header's been replied to the email, and in the message body this is what we'll literally see. We'll see their name, their email, the subject, and the message. Scrolling to the top here, just to the right, you'll see Messages tab, and this is the messages after the press the send button. So if it's a successful send, you'll see the top message, which is thank you for your message, it has been sent. All these messages are all fully customizable. You just have to come in, delete, and just type in what message you would like your customers to see if you're not happy with the messages already there. You can go through and have a look at all of them. We won't go through them one by one because they will speak for themselves, but the point is you can simply customize the message. Come to the right here, additional settings. This is for added code snippets. We're not going to add anything here at this stage. This is going to be a fairly simple, very usable contact form we're going to create, but at this stage we're not going to do any additional settings. So back to the form. So the first thing I'd like to do is add a telephone number. So what we will do next is I'm just going to take a copy of this first tag, and we're going to right click, copy, and I'm going to go enter, and then we're going to paste that in. Now, because this is just a duplicate, we have to change a couple of details. So instead of it being name, we're going to go phone. And in this particular case, we're not going to make it required that they have to have a phone number. So we're going to take that out. And we're just going to delete this tag because we're going to replace it with a telephone tag, not a text tag. So we're just going to delete that out and leave your cursor right there. Come up to the tag, which is for telephone, and click on that. And this is where the tag is. So we're going to now we're not going to customize this tag, but we're not going to make it required, so we're going to leave that unchecked. If you wanted to make it required that they have to put in a phone number, just check it. So we're going to keep that unchecked. Default, there's the name of the tag itself, which we will need to record to put into the mail part of this form. Okay, so default value we're going to keep blank, and we're not going to check the box either. ID attribute we're going to keep blank, and the class attribute we're going to keep blank because it's fairly simple at this stage. We don't have multiple forms or anything. We're going to keep it quite simple, and now all we need to do is insert the tag. And as you can see right there, it's in there. The next step we must do though was we have to take a copy of the tag itself and put it in the mail part of this plugin. So we just right click, we come up to mail. Now this is really, really important because if we want to receive this extra added tags that we're adding to the form, we must update the mail end of the form. So you can see there's a message body, you've got the subject, so we're just going to just slide it just probably underneath here. We're going to put phone. We're going to do open bracket, right click, paste, close bracket. And then we're going to leave this unchecked, exclude lines, yep, and we're going to leave HTML content unchecked and file attachments unchecked and mail to unchecked. There's no need to be adding anything to these fields because they're just at this stage simple form. We don't need to, so we're just going to save what we have right now. Go back to our form. So we have now, we've got a name, a phone, it's not required. We've got an email. Now you'll see there's a little asterisk here. Now what the asterisk means is it's required. And you'll notice that the telephone doesn't have an asterisk because it's not required by the client or the customer or the person inquiring to actually put their phone number. What that really entails, what that means is that if they don't put their phone number in, they're not going to get an error message. Whereas if they don't put their name in, it won't let them send the form, the message. It will make them put in a name. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to do is add in a drop-down menu. Now drop-down menus, checkboxes and radio buttons are slightly different. We don't need to do a label. It automatically has a label start and a label end. It comes sort of default within that tag itself. So to do a drop-down menu, we'll just give ourselves a little bit of space. We want it to be underneath the message. So I'm going to go enter, I'll just come up one, and then I'm going to go type in, how did you find me? And I want you to press enter, and then come up to the drop down menu and click on drop down menu. Now we want to make this a required field, so let's click that. That's the name of this tag, and let's put in our different options. So Google being one of our options, YouTube, friend told me. We'll just keep it at that at this stage. So it's one option per line. Allow multiple selections. In this particular case, I only want them to select one. So we're going to leave that blank. Insert a blank item as the first option. I am going to check that because it just keeps it clean and tidy. Almost it forces them, they actually can see that they need to choose something. ID attribute blank. We're just going to leave blank. There's no need for any added information there. Class attribute blank, and we're just going to insert that tag, and there we go. We can see that right there. Now remember we have to add this tag into our mail, so we just need to take a copy of this tag itself. There it is right there, and we're going to go right click, copy, mail. Now we want in the message body, which is what we will see as an email, to keep everything nice and clean and tidy. I am going to put it right here, right underneath the message. Enter, and we're going to put a message. How did you find me? And we'll do open brackets, closing brackets, and save it. Alright, so I'll just go back to form. So we have a drop down menu. We've added, there's one little thing I'd like to do, because we've got this little asterisk here, just to keep it clean and tidy for our customers and clients that are trying to send a message to us. Let's just take a copy of the required copy and keep it clean so everybody understands what's required. Alrighty, so we've got a drop down menu, we've added a phone number, and I'd like to add a checkbox. So let's put our checkbox just above how did you find me. Now, very similar to the drop down menu, we do not have to have a label start or end. So what we'll put here is we go choose a package and just press enter, and then come up to your checkboxes and click on checkboxes. Now we're going to make this required. There's the name of the tag, and we're going to go checkbox 1 is going to be pack 1, pack 2, pack 3. Let's give it a figure, 199. Now put the label first, a checkbox last. These three settings here are just the display and how you want it to look. Now you can actually have a play around with this, because just try all the three different settings to see what suits you. But this time around, I'm going to choose the last setting, which is make checkboxes exclusive. So we'll check that one. Now you can play with the other ones just to see how they work. ID attribute, we're going to leave blank, and class attribute, we're going to leave blank, and now we'll just insert that tag. And there we go. So we can see it's a required field, so we'll just take a copy of required. And we need to take a copy of the checkbox. Basically, it's like the ID tag, and it's a reference to the form here. It needs to marry up with the mail part of, or the destination, so it actually finds its destination. So we'll add that just above. Open bracket. So I just put package chosen because it was choose a package, and right click, closing brackets. Now pretty much what we're putting here is literally when we look at our email, when we receive the email, this is the information. So putting it all in order to relevant to the form makes a lot of sense, because that's how you want to read it as well. So we're going to just save that now. And save that now. Okay, and we'll just go back to the form. So we've added a phone number, we've added a checkbox, we've added a drop-down menu, and just for the sake of this lesson, let's add a radio button. So what can we say about that? Choose a bag. A radio button is, and we're going to make that, well, it's actually already required. Radio button is kind of different than a checkbox. It's already chosen something, and it's just which one do you want to have. So required is probably not as necessary to have. It's just going to make you choose anyway which one. So we'll just go enter. And we'll come up to the radio button and just press on radio button. So you can see it's not even required there, because you'll notice when we go to have a look at this form what it will do. So we're just going to go bag 1, bag 2, bag 3. Put your label first, checkbox last. I mean, this is another thing where you can play with. I'm going to just choose the last one. Now, like I said, you can just, have a play with that if you like, to see what suits you and what you're trying to achieve. So we get ID attribute blank, class attribute blank, and insert the tag. And the next thing we need to do is we need to take a copy of the tag, which is the radio 174, and we need to add that to the mail end of this form. And to keep it all in check and uniform, oh, where did I have it? Radio, oh, it's in between, right. Okay, so just to keep it in uniform, I'm going to put it in between, which is here. Bag chosen. Open bracket, right click, paste, closing bracket, save. Fantastic. So we'll just go back to the form. Okay, so we've added a drop down menu, we've added a radio button, we've added a checkbox, and we've added a phone number. The next thing I need you to do is copy the short code and paste it to your post, page, or text widget content. So that's what we want to do. We want to right click and copy. Now in this case, I've still got my contact me page, but I just don't have a contact form on it. So we're going to go to my pages and find my contact me page, and there it is. We're going to go to edit. Right. Now, depending on what theme you have, I'm working with a Divi theme, so I will do it this way. So I'm just going to add a module. Oh. Okay, so we're just going to add a text module. Okay, so no, what? Contact me. Personally, I like to have a little message when you got a contact me page that say, thank you for your now. Okay, it's just a little courtesy message. I'm going to go enter. Now I'll do 2 enters, and that just gives me a little bit of space in between a message and the contact form. And so 2 spaces, and then right click, paste, and there's the contact form. So it's linking now back to the plugin that we've installed on our WordPress website, which is the contact form 1. And we go OK, save, and we just update the WordPress website. And just now that we want to go and have a look, so we're just going to take a shortcut to the actual page itself to have a preview of the actual contact form. Great, there's the contact form. So there's our, our little message. Thank you for your message. Please allow 12 hours for me to respond. You've got the name, you've got a phone number field, you've got the email, subject, message, and here's our checkboxes that we've added, our radio button that we've added, and how do we find me. So let's test this all out. So we'll go name, contact number, email, test, and we can test this out a little bit. So let's just leave them blank and just see what happens, what error messages we get. As you can see in this particular scenario, the checkboxes, there's none checked, so it's required to check a checkbox. But with the radio buttons, it's like there's a choice to change the setting more than you have to put something in, because it's already checked one, it's checked to bag 1. So if you chose not to change it, it's going to choose bag 1. So we can change it and it's not going to make a difference. But it's this field here, which is how did you find me, is required, so we need to choose. And then we'll press send. Great, and we've got the right message we wanted to see. But let's just see if we have all the information that found the destination. So let's go to, okay, so I did a test earlier, but here's the second message. And here we go. So we've got the contact name, we've got the contact phone number, we've got a test, we've got a thank you. The message of the body is thank you. They've chosen, they've chosen the package 3. They had the bag 2. More information. How did they find me? Google. And these 3 dots just means that there's more information. Just click on it and you'll see more of the email. So there you go. There's a contact form from contact form 7, all working properly. I hope this has helped you. Please like this video if it has, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to receive more free tutorials from jointhedigitalfuture.com. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.